show. Great to have your company. Got a massive show, NAB Cup Grand Final. Jimmy, Friday night, the Blues and the Lions going to be a belter. We've got superstars everywhere and also a story about some of the biggest name players in the AFL being heavily fined, Jim, on the back of a black market scam. Damien Barrett with that story shortly.
Well, you spoke about superstars. What about this for a panel tonight? We've got three of the biggest. We've got Paddy Dangerfield from the Adelaide Football Club, the Danger. And from the Essendon Football Club, one of the best midfielders in the competition, that is BJ Goddard, is in the house here tonight. And of course, in the build-up to the NAB Cup final, the superstar from Queensland, our speaker Jonathan Brown, is going to be here.
Well, you get any bigger than that, Jim. Of course, they were all first-year players at some stage, and we've got five of the biggest name draftees. They're fresh, Jim, these boys. They're making their big stage debut. They're going to come out very shortly as well.
And as big as stars as all of those people are, Gary, there's been one that has shone above us all in this caper, not only as a player but also as a media performer. The great Lou Richards turns 90 tomorrow, and Sam caught up with him during the week.
Indeed, the biggest name in footy. Sam Newman, of course, also did one of the real weird street talks you've ever seen at Preston, so looking forward to that. Lots to get through. Let's jump into it.
Nice to have your company, the beautiful Docklands precinct. Let's get the panel out here straight away. Now, I mentioned these two off the top. They're joined by a big performer. Going to get to him as well. But starting off from the Essendon Footy Club, formerly a Saint, of course, #1 draft pick way back when. This is a superstar. Put your hands together for Brendan Goddard. Joining him from the Adelaide Footy Club, impressive young man with plenty of swagger, Paddy Dangerfield. The Geelong Fire, the mayor of that town, Billy Burnless.
Big panel, and he's a big superstar from Geelong, of course. Will, let me get on. I see that, Bill. Very nice to have you. But the big man, the 300-game superstar, is also here. John Sammy Newman.
Hey, good-looking panel.
I'm surprised BJ Goddard's in.
Why is that?
Well, I just thought he mightn't want to put up with all the shy-acking about the... In case he gets a headache. If he gets a headache, we got something for him, Brendan. This is a legally prescribed drug.
Sam Newman drug, is it?
And you're quite... this is, in fact, someone...
Don't give me wrinkle-free or something like that.
Oi!
Someone said that's not dissimilar to a peptide. I don't know what peptides are. But if you want to have a drink of it, mate, if you get a headache, please feel free. Eat it in sections.
Okay, appreciate that.
Well,
Chop it up and give it to the rest of the lads.
Well, Bill.
Yes?
If you reckon that's a big pill, check this out.
That's doctored up.
Yeah,
no, it isn't.
That is my head put on someone else's shoulders because I wasn't available for the shoot.
We know that's not the case. We've been through that. Patrick Dangerfield, by the way. Lovely to have him here, Paddy. Great to see you, son. Very big year for Adelaide Crows last year, mate. Very big year for your good self, and no bigger when Mike Sheen's top 50 comes out and you find yourself at position #3. Is that the highlight of your career?
I think he might have been taking a few of those pills over there, Gaz. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I tell you, #3 in the competition.
Mick takes it very seriously, Mick. Don't worry about
Pause
that.
over that. How has it been the summer months for the Crows? Because it was a wonderful year last year under Brenton Sanderson, first year up. Made the prelim, unlucky perhaps not to get through. What's the summer been like?
Oh, been very quiet. Yeah, we hasn't been much said in the media, so it's, you know, we've just gone about our business.
Very quiet. You haven't got a CEO or an assistant coach, have you?
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
But it's not at the club.
No, that's right.
Hey, you also minus a big forward, Danger, and we see Kurt Tippett in the media saying that he's very pleased to be at Sydney because of the culture. How does that sit with you and your 45 mates?
It hurts a little bit, certainly, when he came out speaking so glowingly, I suppose, of Sydney's culture. But internally, we certainly think we have a terrific culture at Adelaide, and we're certainly very focused with what we want to achieve this year, and hopefully we'll play them at some stage in the finals if we get there.
Well, now, the other thing we've noticed with you, Danger, is, of course, the speed across the ground, Gary, a big part of the package that Danger brings to any game of football he plays.
Oh, yes.
So we focused hard on the game against the Blues the other day, and just have a look at him really put the afterburners on here.
Arrogance.
And then Dennis chops him down. So there's the first one,
There's
and here
one.
goes Danger again.
You learn from that, though, Jim.
Yeah,
you
you
learn
will.
from that.
He's off. And
Dennis gets it again.
anything said in the review tapes here,
Hang on,
Danger?
not again.
Oh, it doesn't happen a third
No,
time.
surely not.
Could
3, 4.
You said that you weren't going to play that if I came on.
anything said in the review?
Tell you what, Brendan's ears pricked up when you said speed.
Come on.
Now, we did see over the summer, and an Adelaide family had a nice little boy, and not uncommon for footy fans to name their newborns after footy stars. So they named it Patrick, is that right? One of the new boy?
Yes, they did. First name was Patrick.
Second name or middle name was?
Danger.
We've got a photo of them here. Here's a lovely family from Adelaide. There's little Patrick Danger.
Looks a bit like Tex, actually.
Now, last time you were on Danger, you did the magnificent Jim Carrey impersonation. So if you don't remember that, just remind yourself here.
All righty then. Smoking! Nobody, and I mean nobody, messes with the dew!
Very right, mate. And we had a bit of a ring around, and you've been working on your repertoire. You've added a new one to the set, have you?
I have, yes. For those familiar with Bear Grylls, he's an adventurer. And before I got here tonight, Brendan, Goddard and myself, we went skiing. We didn't have much time, but we went skiing in an alpine region. All of a sudden, there was an avalanche. We got stuck under ice. The only way to get out, we had to rub our hands together as fast as we could to create a fire. Lucky we did that, and we were here in time for rehearsal.
Very nice. We'll let you sit on that one. BJ, lovely to see you.
Yes.
Fair bit's happened for you, let's be honest, since the last time we saw you here on the Footy Show. Switched clubs. How's the move gone?
The move's been, pretty good. There's, besides the obvious, different stages the last couple of months, but everything going well.
Oh, no.
Sam, you just get straight to the point. Ask me the hard-hitting questions like you always do.
Not at all, mate.
No?
I'm just wondering, is it annoying you, the chat and the speculation about you as a whole, not you, but you as a
Us.
whole? Yes, us.
Well, it's always in the back of our mind. There's always someone bringing it up at different stages,
Oh,
so it's
no,
hard to
not
escape.
us.
Not you, no?
No, we're trying to give it a broad swerve, Brendan. Now, I'm told, I think it's common knowledge, you left St Kilda on bad terms.
I wouldn't say on bad terms.
Oh, that's not right.
No?
Well, who said this?
That's some homework, the Foss.
Have a look at this.
You've done a bit of research.
No, they gave it to me. The reason is about money, you going. It's that simple. It's about remuneration. Really, there's nothing outside that. Who said that?
I don't even know what that word means, to be honest.
Remuneration.
Who said it?
Truckload of money.
It was a little hobbit or dwarf or something, wasn't it?
Is that what you call the coach?
Oh, no.
Scott Waters said
No,
that.
that's tongue in cheek. No, but yeah, that was Scott. But that was his
hobbit or a
that was his opinion. That was his opinion, Sam. So I'm not going to
Who
get
said that?
I'm not going to get caught. I'm not going to get caught in a slinging match
No, just
between
called him
the
a hobbit.
club.
Yeah. Who said this? When asked on the ABC whether Goddard was a big loss, he replied, "That's up for conjecture."
Okay, he's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah, who said that?
That was
The
my
hobbit.
former coach, Scott Waters.
Yeah, that was the dwarf. And who said this? My last 40 games were mediocre and middle of the road. You idiot!
Was
You
it?
said that. That's what you are quoted as saying.
Middle of the road. I don't think I've ever used that terminology before.
Well, you think we made that up?
Probably.
It was a little uneasy. I mean, Greg Westaway also said on the ABC it was a fiscal decision. We sat down at board level because when it gets to that sort of money, it becomes a board thing. We listened to the coaching panel in particular. He was a required player. Would have meant that we had to pay him $750 at age 32. So they're putting it out there that it was a
Yeah, I
mercenary.
think the most disappointing thing, and what I will say, is that is totally fabricated and untrue. So for Greg Westaway to come out and say that, and a complete bunch of lies, is somewhat hurtful.
Yeah.
Because it's not true at all.
Okay, so what's lies in there? The figure that quoted?
Yeah.
And what? Okay.
And to say that pretty much he's suggesting that I hold the club to ransom for those figures and whatever on that term. So it's pretty hurtful.
Okay, so just in a nutshell, what, if you can, why did you move? Why did you move?
There was a number of things, and obviously the talks went a bit pear-shaped, but at the time, summing it up, I thought it was the best decision for myself personally, you know, to better myself as a footballer and a person. Not to say that I wouldn't at St Kilda, and, you know, played 10 years at St Kilda and 200 games, and obviously went through a lot, played in a couple of grand finals, and they're always going to hold a special place in my heart. So to think that I walked away disappointed or on bad terms is a bit hurtful. So I just thought I made the best decision personally for myself.
Well, Bill spoke to Lee Montagna just
Yes.
recently on Triple M about yourself, and he said that you still keep regularly in contact with everyone, and you know, so that's clearly that bridge hasn't been burnt. You got great mates there. You spoke at Rui's wedding in Texas. I want to ask you how that went, please.
The wedding was good.
No, the speech.
The
More
speech.
importantly, Beach.
No, my speech was good. It took a back seat to one of Nick's mates. If you didn't know, Cass family's quite religious.
Yes.
So there was a few lines crossed there by one of Nick's mates. So I was trotting around very carefully, but the wedding was very, very good.
Oh, well, you sit back and relax, mate. We're going to have a fun night tonight. Lots of big names coming out. Bill, lovely to see you too. You've had a good summer. Love your cricket. You've always loved your cricket and always been a very good cricketer.
Very
We had
good.
The opportunity at the Boxing Day Test, we were asked to go down the nets and face up to Brett Lee during the lunch break.
Yes, we did.
That was
Hey, I
exciting.
thought I did all right.
You did. This was one of the balls in
Oh.
your face. It got you
got that in your hand.
between the thigh pad and the top of your pad, and that hurt.
He's bowling off 15 paces there, like bowling no balls, and it hit, you're right, there was no padding.
There it is, the big bruise.
That was only, it still hurts you, idiot.
Bill,
Yes, look at it, there
Oh,
it is.
that was a bit later on in the day.
All swollen, I woke up with it all.
did you contemplate using the thing you were holding in your hands at any stage?
No, it had been a while. I played a bit of beach cricket and backyard cricket with Oscar and Max. And Brett Lee was a bit quicker. I did not see him. And he's bowling no balls, as they all do at training.
I don't know a lot about
No, you don't.
cricket, Bill, but what's the point of wearing pads if the ball can hit you on the knee?
Well, it was in between the pads and the thigh pad, Sam. It was right there. So
Well,
I was lucky to
you're all
walk away.
padded up except for where it hit you.
Yeah, well, don't you
how
laugh.
stupid's
Sorry,
that?
we got Don Bradman over here. Have a look at Don Bradman facing
at
Sean
least I
Tate.
hit
Here,
one.
this is Sean Tate. Look at you. Oh, sucked in.
Well, that was on the indoor nets. That was a bouncy track.
No, the nets aren't.
Yes, yes it was.
One of the big things we did last weekend, didn't this take off? It's one of the most popular segments I think we've had in modern times on the Footy Show. Sam putting his ladder together.
yes.
It took a touch longer than we thought it was going to, Gary. He milked it for all it was worth, the
Dragged
old
on a bit.
enforcer.
He got a good response
But
early.
we did get the ladder out of Sam. So what we're doing tonight is getting your ladder, Gary. So that we're going to be able to make
We'll all sling shit at that, Gary.
What's that?
We'll all poke fun at that.
Boy, we didn't poke fun
Oh,
at it.
no.
Just went on a touch.
Eh?
Just went on a touch.
Where is the ladder? Oh, there we are.
Oh, no, there it is,
I
there.
haven't
Here
done
it is.
I haven't even done it yet, have I?
Oh, what's that?
Microphone, Bill.
Here we go. Gaz's ladder.
Righto, we'll have a go at that. We'll have a go at that through the course of the night, and we'll see where the great Samuel and I differ. Jim,
No, we will.
are you poking me for some reason?
No.
No. Okay. What we need to do is thank Nissan Navara and wonderful supporters of ours, of course, Home Timber and Hardware, and sportsbet.com.au. Wonderful sponsors of the Footy Show. Look forward to their ongoing support throughout the course here. We've got a... Oh, yeah,
Now, I
you're
do need to quickly jump in. Sorry about that. The great... Sorry, Gary. The great Jack Thompson is going to be our special guest tonight, along with Angus Sampson from the ripping movie Blinder. So if you love Australian cinema, everyone loves Jack Thompson and Angus Sampson. They're coming up a little later on.
Yes, and Bill's going to present another baggy blue. There is plenty more still to come on the Footy Show.
Tonight on the Footy Show, Sam pounces on Preston to get the locals' ladder predictions.
No way they're going to finish on top of the ladder. You're in fairyland.
Big John O'Brien wanders in to help preview tomorrow night's massive NAB Cup Grand Final. We size up a stack of new draftees. Aussie acting great Jack Thompson drops by to talk about Footy movie Blinder. We celebrate Louis the Lip on the eve of his 90th birthday.
If someone said, who is Louis the Lip in Australia, they'd immediately say, Blair Richards. They would.
Damo has all the breaking news. And which past Footy Show panellist will be honoured live with a baggy blue? Find out tonight on the Footy Show.
Eddie Betts flashed through your screen, you could barely see him, and he put it through for a goal. And he can take a mark, there's no doubt about that. Cornelius Robinson drives into the pocket, Walker! Green at the back. Betts snatched it away, found a little bit of space, there wasn't a lot of offer, and then he converted. Brisbane are into the NAB Cup Grand Final for 2013.
It is going to be a big game, and we're about to welcome one of the big players in that big game in just a moment. Of course, Brisbane take on Carlton NAB Cup final. Before we get to the Brisbane Lions, let's put your hands together for Mark Murphy, who during the week was announced as the captain of the Carlton Football Club. It was a great day down there. Past captains came down. I mean, there's one of the superstar past captains in the great Stephen Kernahan, but Big Nick was down there, Foss, of course. What a great John Nichols, and we also saw, I think, Cooter was down there.
Sellers was there.
Sellers, Mark McClure. Yeah. So the big names coming back to welcome a new captain, and I thought it was fantastic. So well done to Mark Murphy. Indeed.
He will lead the Blues out into action on Friday night against the Brisbane Lions. And speaking of big names and big captains, none bigger than this man. He will lead the Lions 3 times, day premiership star, now looking for a night premiership. Please welcome the captain of the Brisbane Lions, Jonathan Brown.
Give us a cuddle.
What?
Give us a cuddle.
Hello, mate.
Look out.
Good to see you, Brown.
Good to see you, mate. I've missed you, Sammy. It's been a long summer, mate. I've missed you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a hot summer. It gets to pensioners, mate. A lot of people are just dropping away once the heat gets up. My vintage.
I see you have shrivelled away a little bit, mate. Especially in the showers earlier on.
What, the old Tej is taking us out.
What are you laughing at?
I do. Laughing because you won't go back at Brownie. You're going to come at me. Yeah. Hey, Brownie, back in a grand final. It's been a tough period of time for the Brisbane Lions. You were dominant there for such a long time, and then the rebuild, and Vossi had a bit of a tough time, but it just must be nice to know that you're back on track.
It is good, yeah. We're chasing our first silverware for 10 years, and it is, I suppose, coming at a good time. We've got our three-peat reunion next week, so it'd be nice to add to that bit of silverware, even though it's pre-season. It's important for our group where it's been the last few years. We've got a lot of younger players, and for them to experience some success would be nice. And just to play in a high-quality game with a pretty big crowd, I reckon puts in pretty good stead for the season ahead.
Grand final number 5, of course, Brownie. Only very good players appear in 5 grand finals.
Yeah. No doubt. 5. I was in 5. Just couldn't win one. That's unfortunate. Are you filthy that it's not up in Queensland, Brownie? Because you deserve the right to host it.
Well, we do, but we live in a very Melbourne-centric league, and it doesn't surprise us after the act that the AFL pulled in 2004 to play a home final against the Cats at the MCG.
So you're not dirty about it.
Good to see.
Got over that, all right.
Yeah, good to see things haven't changed. But Nicole Duncan, our footy secretary, has done a great job this week getting everyone together and getting us organised for the weekend. To be honest, we play Bulldogs at Etihad Stadium in round 1, and it's a very quick ground. Etihad takes a little bit to get used to, so the more practice we get on it, the better. And the opportunity to play in front of a big crowd will be good, but it is a bit of a backhander to the public that saying that we get an ordinary crowd at Metricon Stadium.
You had anything inserted into your person over the summer? Plates or discs or sinews or bolts, anything? Have you? You had a brain put in there at any stage?
No, mate. I've been pretty good. I've stayed out of trouble most of the time.
Well, you did headbutt a car, Brownie, at one stage, and I think we got some vision.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. This is how the car... That's Brownie.
That's Brownie.
He buggered his elbow, and then we have a look at the car. There's the bike, of course. He was on a bike when he did it. I'll get to the car eventually, Bill. There it is. And there's
a bit of bark there. But half the elbow there, and I was just out for a morning ride, and I gave up my cover because I'd left on my phone voicemail that I was overseas, and people quickly realised I was on the Gold Coast. But anyway, I was pretty lucky. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and riding along, and I'd actually lost touch with the group. I was pretty unfit at that stage, Sam, and this old bird just didn't see me coming and plowed straight through me at the roundabout. I was nearly through the roundabout. I couldn't believe she clipped me anyway. I've hit the deck, gone over the top of the car, and she got out and she's all shocked and she goes, "Oh, I can't believe it's you." Well, anyone else and it would have been all right. But anyway, we got through unscathed, and she was a Brisbane supporter.
The old bird.
The old bird. She was a Brisbane supporter, but I didn't send her any autographs or any memorabilia.
They had to tow the car away too, Brownie. That was the other thing.
They did have to tow the car, but I don't think she had a licence, so that's probably part of the reason.
Allegedly, she might have had
Baby
a...
boy, you
Was it updated?
over summer you become a father.
Yes, well.
Jack.
Have a look at Kyle. She's looking all right. There's Jack
Brown.
there, little Jack Brown. But
Jack Brown.
I remember we had a couple of frothies one night, and you said you were going to name your first son Corker.
No, well, Corker was...
He did. He was going to name him Corker.
How many frothies is there?
Well, you had a few, but your granddad was...
Corker's my granddad's name, Corker Brown. He was actually born... He was a big fella when he was born, and when he popped out, his old man said, "Geez, isn't he a corker?" And, that was actually his name. They actually christened him Roland, but his name was Corker Brown for his whole life. It was even Corker Brown in the phone book. So,
I'd go with Corker too.
I couldn't quite get Corker over the line, though.
Anyone who's seen the beautiful Kylie Brown, Bill,
yes.
will know that she's not only a beautiful lady, but quite petite.
Yes.
So,
What
just
do you
going to ask
say?
how it all went, Brownie.
Well, the little fella come out 4 weeks early, so he was only 5-pounder. He's only a little rover, and he took it easy on Mum this time after our little girl Olivia was nearly 9-pounder, nearly killed Prog. That was the first time. But he's coming down to the footy tomorrow. He's going to his first grand final, so we go to the footy tomorrow.
He came out and he went...
Oh, no.
Corker. Thank you. How's he been? Is he a good sleeper? Is he a good feeder? Are you involved? Are you a hands-on sort of a dad?
Well, I'm not, I try and help out as best I can, mate, but Mum's got the boobs, so she does the job, and he goes looking for Mum most of the time, but he's pumping out about 14-hour stints at the moment at night, so it's fair to say we've been pretty lucky as parents.
He's a corker.
He's a corker.
Mate. Hey, big game tomorrow night, the NAB Cup Grand Final, Carlton v Brisbane. Here they are, the Carlton side, Etihad Stadium tomorrow night. I'll tell you what, both sides have nearly got their best sides in there. There you see it there, Jamison, very good player, Henderson, Brock McLean, Walker, Casbolt's been good, Bryce Gibbs in the middle, Mark Murphy, the new captain, new coach, of course. Very good side there, as have the Brisbane Lions. They've named a very, very good side. There it is there, the brown dog at centre forward, Carnesis, Cornelius, Zorko, Golby and Yay. There's some good names there, and they've all been very good over the Cup.
Who is he?
Yo.
Which one's Yo?
Yo. They've all been very good. Tell us about some of these young fellas, Brown.
It's like a European soccer team, but no, it's fantastic. It's great for the, not only young fellas, but all the fellas to get their names out there and play on this big stage. And as you know, Sam, these young fellas have got a lot of talent, and those names have just got mentioned. Who are some of your favourites, mate? Those younger ones?
Of those ones?
Yeah. Some of your favourite young Brisbane players. Who do you think's going to be a star of the future?
Yeah, where'd you have him on the ladder, by the way, old Forsell?
I had
13th. Yeah.
13th, that's fair enough, 13th.
Which of the players caught your eye there?
It's not a lot of them, to be honest. Yo.
Oh, Yoey, yeah, he's a good young player, young defender.
Yeah, Yoey.
Dane Zorko. Josh Green.
Yep,
Green. Piers Hanley, the Irishman.
What about Patrick Karnitsis?
Patrick Karnitz. He had a good first year, come on the scene as a forward, but the coach was keen for him to become a midfielder. So he didn't play a lot of senior footy, but he developed his game in the reserves last year, and he's been fantastic in the reserves, playing on the wing. He's going to be a real star for us. So it's really exciting for all the Lions supporters out there, and you'll see a good showing tomorrow night. The Irishman, Piers Hanley, Sammy, he's a star. You would have heard of Piercy.
Piercy,
yes.
Brent Maloney, of course, from Melbourne's been great for you
Brent
too,
Maloney and Stephen Martin have been big pickups from the D's. Brent Maloney's been huge, obviously, with Blackie struggling this pre-season to get over the line. He's an elite clearance player, and that's an area of the ground we struggled with last season. And so he's been a big in.
All right, Brownie. Now we know that Sam had you at 13. That was the ladder he put. Shut up, Sam. He put together last week. So Gary. What we need you to do is get started with your ladder, and the Brisbane Lions is what we want you to...
and while he's getting, incidentally, I had Carlton on top before they made the NAB Grand Final.
You did? That's true. Righto.
Go on, Gaz.
Here we are.
13! Yes, well done. Good work.
Well, it's a close call, Brownie. I didn't know you were coming on, but I didn't think...
I'll put it properly.
Yeah, put it
Actually,
they've improved.
Don't mirror what I do, Gary.
No, I won't. They've improved.
Be your own man.
I want to go around the panel because we've spoken a lot about the Brisbane Lions, and they are on the move. They're on the improve, no question about it. Carlton, Samuel had them on top of the ladder, Paddy, last week before they made this NAB Cup Grand Final. What have you liked about them over the NAB Cup?
I really like Brent Maloney. A couple of years ago, he was one of the best.
He's playing for Brisbane. Huh?
Carlton, sorry. All right, change that.
Pick someone
I
else.
think probably a positive for them last week was Eddie Betts didn't have a massive game. He was pretty well held by Lukey Brown. I think he'll be looking to respond this week, and it's been their quick ball movement from half back to half forward that certainly got us off guard in the last quarter last week.
Big pressure team so far over the NAB Cup, BJ, particularly in their forward half, so there's a bit of Mick Malthouse coming into this side already.
Most definitely, yeah. Mick renowned for the forward pressure and keeping the ball in their forward half, so that'll give their forwards a chance to get second, third tries at the footy. So.
No dwarf or hobbit, the silver fox. No dwarf or hobbit him, Mickey Malthouse.
Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam.
Hey, speaking of pressure, Bill, the Lions' pressure's been very good.
No, it has.
Tackle count's been large.
And Cornelius kicking some goals up there, helping you out, Brownie, and that's what you need, someone else to snag a few.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a great spread in our forward line. Aaron Cornelius has been fantastic. I think he's kicked double-figure goals this pre-season. Stephen Martin, as I said, Dane Zorko, Rowan Buick kicked 4 goals last week. So it's really important for us to get an even spread throughout our forward line throughout the year, and that'll give us our best chance to hopefully sneak into the top 8. But Sam, for you to have us 13th last year, you must have had too many hits to the head. I see you caught one last week. Is that the reason, mate, you got us at number 13?
There it is.
What's Samuel's
Look
hand
at
here?
trying to catch.
Watch his hand. Watch it. It's a very nasty blow there, Force, and we were worried about you after the show because didn't quite get under it, did you?
Well, you didn't look like it.
Well, no, because there was pies and sausage rolls being thrown at me and big, the Farmers Union
Iced coffee.
Yes.
Not the only time, Foss, you've been hit in the head, by the way, on the footy show. In fact, there are lots of them. Let's have a look at a couple. He's fallen out of the ring.
Take a bit of a battering over the journey, haven't you?
totally responsible.
Most of them.
When he hit me with the picture,
Yeah.
you reckon he could just make sure the canvas hit my bonds? No, it's the screws that you tighten up the rail on. That pierced my cranium.
Yeah.
And the umbrella, where they all meet to hold in the canvas to keep the rain off your head, that's what hit me on the head, not the actual canvas.
Well, we're concerned about you at the footy show, and Paddy came in concerned as
especially.
well. He sort of looked at you and thought you maybe had suffered some concussion over the journey, so he's got together a little concussion test.
Well, I've suffered quite a few, Sammy, so I thought it was important that we did go through a quiz designed to test your long and short-term memory.
He's worried about the concussions you've had over the journey, Foss.
Where's this?
So have a listen and see how you
go.
go.
Quick
This is
test.
What
serious.
have you made this up, have you?
No, this is... I stress
Rodney Dangerfield.
This is official. So, an easy one to start with. How many wives have you had?
Go on.
Go on.
Of my own.
That's it.
He's all right.
He started well.
Some of the old sportsman's night there. Yep.
All right, what else you got there?
In that case, which number wife is this then?
Oh.
Well, have a look at him. Have a look at the forks.
You're serious? You're going to go through my personal life, are you?
Come on, answer it.
Recliner in the lolly bags there, Foss.
Which one?
Have a look at him.
The mohair rug. What number was that?
She was number 10. She was number... that
what?
was Marilyn, number 2.
Well done.
Right, Paddy?
Yep.
Correct.
Is this
Yeah,
going to be a...
2 from 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going.
Number 3, Sam.
Shut up, Foss. Keep going.
Name each wife and the year you married
Hey,
them.
Paddy. Is this... You're
These-
going to go
these
on
are
with my
official. These are his
personal life?
questions.
These are
What?
official.
What's
These are
that?
his questions. He brought these to the footy show.
What's
No, these are official. Name each wife and the year you married them.
Ooh.
Come on.
Well, I
on
know
the clock.
Barbara.
What year was Barbara?
Would you know the years?
Well, I've only got the one. So
All right.
I've got that.
68.
Right,
Yeah, 68.
Barbara in 68.
Marilyn
Yeah.
and Diane.
Marilyn was what year, Marilyn? Decade even?
70s?
70,
8
74?
years later.
74.
8 years later, Sam. There's a hint.
Oh, 8
Yeah.
years later, is it, Brendan?
Right, And the last one was
It's actually 6.
What year was that?
Uh,
You need to be specific. That's the aim of the test.
what-
You need to
I
be
don't
specific.
know, to be honest. Now,
you failed that. Come on, Paddy. Keep pushing
77.
through.
Okay, what year did your girlfriend run you over and what type of car was it?
All right, come on. You've got to refer to this throughout the year.
what year? I have no idea what year it was.
What sort of car was it?
Adelaide did win the premiership in this year.
No idea.
No
it,
idea.
It was a light, European or Asian car. Like, if it had been a Nissan, I wouldn't be here. And I have, I don't know. What was,
All right, keep rolling, Paddy.
Pretty quick one. Okay, do you recognise this face?
who is it?
That's okay, neither do we.
Oh, come on.
Couple
Righto,
more.
Sammy.
Well,
I'm going
these are personal.
Come on.
I'm going to read you a random list of words, and when I'm done, I need you to repeat them back to me and remember as many as you can. Botox, wanker, overpaid, past, used by, date.
Rodney, you're starting to give me the shits. Starting to give me the shits.
Righto, the final part
Gary?
of the test.
Last one. This is the last one.
It's word association, Sammy. Melbourne were investigated because they allegedly did what in 2009?
Tank.
Correct.
Well done.
Who is the scientist at the centre of the doping allegations?
Tank.
Over summer, Today FM were accused of what?
Prank.
Correct.
Good. You're getting it.
Got it, Daniel.
And who did Shane Crawford play in the House of Bolger?
The fuckwit.
That can
Is that correct?
How'd he go? Did he pass?
I got the last one right, didn't I?
I think you failed miserably.
Hey, what we have...
They were personal questions, but they had to be asked.
Well, why did they
Because we're
have to be
concerned
asked?
about you having taken so many blows to the head.
What about the plumber that time he turned up and belted you? Weren't you with his wife?
No, I was not.
Hey.
I was not with his wife.
What, we must quickly get this in, Foz.
Not at
What
the
has
time.
happened after last week? The Chief loves the show, Jason Dunstall, and he is also concerned about your health. And he sent this in for you to wear. He said maybe the Foss needs to consider putting that on
The Chief?
for the remainder of the show.
Where'd
The Chief.
you get him?
He sent it in.
Where was he? Where'd it come from?
No, he just sent it to us.
The high tableland.
Put it on.
Is this his helmet, is it?
That's it. There you are for the rest of the show, Foss, or at least get us into the break. Looking like Eagles.
Well, look out there, hey, Browning. Very, very nice to have you in, and even better that you're playing tomorrow night in the NAB Cup Grand Final. Good luck to you, mate. Look forward to seeing you through the course of the year. Join us on the Footy Show up next. Sam's Mailbag. Thanks to this Navara Home Timber and Hardware, sportsbet.com.au. Lots of footy news kicking around, and make no mistake about this. This is the best newsbreaker in the business. Damien Barrett joins us. Welcome, Damien.
Hey guys,
Now, news tonight of a black market scam that's caught up with a few of the big name AFL players and had to pay through the pocket as a result.
No. Yeah, they have. It's been a bit of a sleeping story over summer, Gaz, and it has been a lot of secrecy around the whole thing. It does involve some of the biggest names in the AFL. There were 50 players who were investigated, up to 50 players investigated, by the AFL for signing and receiving money for those signatures, what was deemed to be, in an AFL investigation, unauthorised memorabilia and merchandise. Under the AFL contracts, there's an official supplier for those goods. These guys were signing what the AFL deemed to be black market material. The secrecy around it has been in place since the investigation started late last year. The AFL's not talking about it, the PA's not talking about it, the player managers aren't talking about it. But there, as we said, 50 players, down to 20. There were down to 20 players who were actually fined when it was all said and done. And it was discovered that some players were receiving significant amounts of money on an ongoing and regular basis throughout this particular exercise. Nick Maxwell, the Collingwood captain, received a pretty hefty fine, a fine of more than $25,000 out of it. And other big names, Chris Judd, Buddy Franklin, Jimmy Bartell, Luke Hodge, a couple of other Collingwood players, Dane Swan and Alan Didak, also looked into and investigated over this. And at one stage of this probe, the AFL made it very clear to the players that they would be suspending them at one stage. The AFLPA managed to broker their way out of that particular scenario.
OK, so in the simplest terms, the AFL Players Association, one of their planks is that it's a one-in, all-in situation in terms of signed memorabilia. There's an official supplier, if you like, and if you sign that, they get the paid royalties, and the royalties are then distributed, as I understand it, to the whole of the playing group.
Yep.
So,
and look, it is complicated. What you've just said there is pretty much the best way to summarise it quickly. Basically, every player does get a slice, whatever that slice is, of the big pie. Just on it, Gaz, there's actually a really intriguing twist to it as well. The head of the AFL Commission, Mike Fitzpatrick, the chairman, he also personally became involved in this matter. It was deemed by the AFL's own investigation that he too had actually signed some of this merchandise, which was later deemed, by way of the AFL investigation, illegal or unauthorised. So he himself, who got himself involved in the investigation, quite hands-on with it, signed memorabilia which was deemed to be illegal. Now, we need to say no money exchanged hands on Mike Fitzpatrick's case, and there's no charter under the AFL's rules that have him by way of sanction. Clearly, he didn't know what was going on, and that was deemed to be the case with him, as it was some of those players who were investigated. So he wasn't isolated in terms of no sanction coming his way.
$25,000 fines is a hefty penalty.
For Nick Maxwell, that was certainly the case, and some of those other names got very heavy fines.
Were they getting paid cash?
Well, again, you might want to deal with the tax side of that too, Bill, but there were certainly payments made.
They sign it and get paid for it.
And they knew what the investigation found, particularly with the 20 who were fined and sanctioned. It was deemed that they knew what they were doing outside the collective bargaining agreement, as Gaz explained.
Probably should point out, Damo, that Mike Fitzpatrick would have been signing as a premiership captain of Carlton, not as the head of the commission.
Yeah, and that, look, it is, I suppose, sketchy around the detail on it, but we certainly can say didn't receive, no suggestion at all that he received any money for it. And like some of the players investigated, certainly no sanction coming his way. And look, the AFL believes that he did absolutely nothing wrong and no knowledge of what he was doing at the time. But he did get caught up in it, and it is an issue with some of the players who were fined, who have raised it, and are, in some instances, quite angry about that involvement.
All right, Damo, and quickly, re-signing that's happened today?
Not today, it's just North Melbourne. They've had a good off-season when it comes to their coach being re-signed, and Zeeble, Atley, Wells and McMillan. You can add Robbie Tarrant to that list pretty soon for at least a couple of years.
And last week, of course, Dane Swan's story, fined. The wash-up was about to be fined $5,000 for doing an unauthorised interview. Has that fine been handed on to the Swan camp?
As of today, no official confirmation of that fine being received, and when it does come, and no matter what amount it comes, it's going to be fought if it's near the extreme of what can be levelled against him, that being a $5,000 figure. It will certainly be fought if it's anywhere near that figure.
AFL Media Association's #1 reporter, wins all the awards, chased by the Herald Sun. Please thank him, Damien Barrett.
Speaking of news and some big names there, Damo, I saw this during the week. Have a look at this bloke's name that was interviewed. Jack, me, Hoff. So that was interesting, and that reminded me. I reckon
Amazing that caught Bill's eye.
it did. Bang. And he might be part of the Zarsoff brothers, I
Would he
thought.
be, Bill?
Because he might have been Bernie Zarsoff. We know him.
No.
We know Terry.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a new one.
Who?
Freezedies.
Freezed his arse off.
Yes, Gaz, Tory, and our good old mate Rudy. So, now, while you're here, Damo,
The Zarsoff family.
the Zarsoff
Once a
family.
year he does them.
Yeah, well, they've got to come out. Did you have a big summer?
Not that I'm aware of, Bill, but you're obviously about to tell me I did.
Yeah. Like, crikey, you had a big Christmas. Have a look at Damo. You... Christmas Day.
Might have got sidetracked after midnight mass.
Yeah, Christmas Day.
Very nice. Wonderful to have you here, Damo. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, but we've got to push on. It's time now, of course, for Sam's mailbag.
We've got time? Right, I'm going to rush through it, Gaz. Bruno of Preston, dear Sam, a few congratulations. Congratulations on tipping Carlton for the flag. I don't think I did that. I just put them on top of the ladder. I can still remember the days of David Parkin and Jack Elliott. Remember we used to use this fish to look like Jack Elliott? Yes. Now we use this dog. Congratulations also to Bill on his new biography. I found it in the local library.
Yeah.
Not a bad one, Bill.
No, it's not. It's not true either.
Crispy?
One night I'll show it's not true. One night.
In case you don't know, Bill, a dick is a copper. A dick.
You're a
Isn't
dick.
it?
Yep, if you say so.
What do you mean if I say so?
I don't know, I haven't read that.
And congratulations to Jimmy here being named in the top 50 power brokers in sport in the country.
Was I?
Yeah, you were. And no, well done in amongst Eddie, of course, and Caro, and let's hope they spelled Gary's name correctly because he's got 2 R's in Gary. Gary's in here somewhere. Somewhere.
Brought the list in, look at him.
Look at the acting. Have a look at the acting.
What, I'm not there. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
Who did that list?
John Brumby's in.
What?
The Independents, that's the independent MPs.
John
Malcolm
Brumby?
Turnbull, Bob Carr, they're in. You're not in the top 50 power brokers of sport in this country,
Are you
Gary.
in it?
Hey?
Are you in it?
Why would I be in it?
No, it's disappointing.
That is extraordinary. Well, it's not that important,
Not that
is it?
important.
Isn't that
Oh,
black
slide on
caviar's
now,
in
man.
it?
Black caviar.
Yeah. That is extraordinary.
All
now,
right, next one.
This is from...
Is that it?
Would this be a non de plume? Does that make it? Curtis of Morwell. Curtis.
What's wrong
Would
with
there be anyone called Curtis who lives in
there would,
Morwell?
no doubt.
It's like saying Ernest or Humphrey come from Spotswood or
Come on.
Sunshine. Be either Shagger or Basil
Come
or
on.
Numbnuts or something. Dear
Don't knock
me,
Gippsland, Sam.
I've what?
Don't knock Gippsland.
no.
Well, would there be
stone's
anyone
throw away
called
from-
Curtis that lives in Morwell? Come on, turn it up. I find you, this is Curtis says, I find you talk too much. I like the show, but not you.
We hear that a lot.
Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I thought that was funny.
Many people in my street agree with me. Shut up.
Come on.
That you are quite tedious.
Oh, no.
Could the producers put a time limit on you or put something else on the screen when you are on one of your many rants?
I think so.
Well, clearly Curtis is a simpleton. Or a dolt, which that's 2 words, not an adult, a dolt. I don't go on too much, do I?
No, I think he makes a point, actually, Forst. In fact, when you get on these sort of rants, we're of the belief that we should be able to put something up that sort of keeps you nice and tight.
Yeah.
Or like what?
Well, all right, so what's your normal rant? Umpiring?
Yes.
You can have a go at umpires?
I can have a go
All
at
right, well, you do your best having a go at umpires while we put this up. This is some vision of a lady a young lady who's trying to blow out a candle. Now, you've got to get out everything you want to say about umpires before she blows your candle out. Your time, shut up, your time starts now.
Well, I think umpires are overzealous. They try too hard. They're too conspicuous. They should oversee the game rather than manage it. They have so many rules that they think they must pay in a whole game of football. They've got masseurs and...
There we go. We might use that regularly, Foss.
Get that on the golf course, James.
Yes, exactly right.
I think.
Now, Pierce of Hampton. Sam, why no Gary lookalikes last week? Surely an oversight. We've banned them. We've banned puppet lookalikes of Gary. You heard me, Perce. We've banned them. It's a butt crack.
Come on.
That looked like you.
Did not.
His eyes looked like your face. It did. Except this is a good one, Gary. This is you. This is out of a film. Now come on, let's do it.
It's not a chocolate.
No,
little
change
bit.
it. Go on.
What's he doing?
Lick me.
You got it.
Lick me. Lick me. Lick me.
What are you doing? What's happened to him?
Lick me, Gary. Well, see if you look like that.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you do it?
All
right,
He's had that tablet.
I think he has too.
What else? Is that it?
All right, if you want to be a contributor to Sam's...
that's
Oh,
it.
no, you got another bit. Oh,
No,
sorry.
I haven't.
Oh, one bit more.
I don't think I've got. Have I? No, I don't think I've got.
Is there a stunt, Gary, that you might have meant to throw to in there somewhere?
Come on, please.
That I meant to
Or
throw.
is there
to?
another lookalike of Gary in this?
Thought this. yeah.
Yes, here we are.
I thought that might happen, Gary. So we've got someone to fill in for you.
All right, here we go.
Have we?
Yes.
It's live television. Here he is.
Here comes stunt Gary.
Sorry, Gary. I thought you were meant to say.
Wheel around. Oh, no. I tell you what, if you want to
You might say
contribute
that, Gary.
to this fine segment, it's pretty easy. Sam's.mailbag, there it is.
Sorry.
At 9.com.au or footyshow.com.au. Shane Crawford moving nicely. GPA Box 9, Melbourne, Victoria, 3001. Let's have a look-alike here. Just a live one between Gary and Shane.
You've
Here
come
we
in
go.
especially for this, haven't you?
All right. Now, as we let Shane go, well done, Shane. Gary, some teams for you to put on the ladder here, please. Port Adelaide, let's start with them at number 14.
Yeah, Sam had him at 16.
I had him at 16.
Bulldogs,
Bulldogs, 17, Sam, yeah.
16. Righto. GWS,
15.
18.
You had him
The
15.
Giants.
Sons,
And the
yes?
Gold Coast Suns.
You're not fair.
14, you had him, Sam.
17 in Melbourne.
Demons.
Oh, look at the Demons. All right. We're going to take a break on the Footy Show. Stick around, though. After this, Gary does one of his favourite segments of the year. He speaks to the brand new draft picks from all the big clubs. That's next.
Welcome back to the Footy Show, and this is one of the favourite things that I do all year, of course. We love watching the new young talent emerge on the AFL scene, and what we've got here are 5 of the elite players that will be playing senior football this year, make no mistake about it. I'm going to start with this man from the Geelong Footy Club from Launceston. Please welcome Jackson Thurlow. Stand up, Jackson. Good to look here. This boy went at pick number 16, if you don't mind, and you're from down Launceston way, so you've made the move. How's it all going at the moment?
No, yeah, it's going well so far. It was pretty tough early, moving away from mum and dad and the family and that, but it's a perfect place to be, Geelong. So.
And all-Australian under-18 player, so this is the elite sort of an operator here. Now, just describe yourself for Geelong supporters. Where are you going to think you're going to play?
Predominantly half-back, I reckon, but yeah, maybe go up onto a wing as well, so just have to see how it folds out through the year.
So whose spot have you got? Whose spot are you going to take?
Jesus.
No, don't answer that one. Now, you're a bit of a surfer and a golfer. You like to do a little bit of that, so that fits in beautifully down there at Geelong.
Yeah, no, it's close to the water and close to some good golf courses, so it has worked out well.
Which boys have taken you under your wing? Who's been the guys that sort of come with me? I'll show you the ropes.
I've been playing a bit of golf with Taylor Hunt and Mitch Duncan, but I do a fair bit with Shane Kirsten and Joel Hamley as well. They've sort of shown me the ropes out of the footy.
We've got 2 Geelong icons over here. Bill, you got any advice for young Jackson here? How's he settle in? You, of course, were a country superstar that wandered in.
No, you're right, Gaz. No, he's good, mate, and good golfer, good surfer, and got a little bit of confidence, but not too much, and he knows how to play the game. He'll be take Corey Enright's spot. There you go.
Puts wax in his hair between training and the weight session. That's something that's coming in. Is that right?
Rubbish.
Hey?
No.
Have a look at it.
No, you got a fair bit in there.
Nice little switch.
Tell me this, Jackson. You come flying out of halfback. You got the ball under your arm. You look up. There's Stevie J on a very good lead on one side, and there's Chappie Go on the other side. They're both clear. Who do you kick it to?
In the middle. I reckon I'll kick it in the middle because I don't want to get on either one of them.
Very good answer, mate. Good luck. We're going to look and watch your future unfold before us, and wonderful to be in here tonight. Well done. Jackson Thurlow. Righto, the Kangaroos also delighted they picked up a man at pick number 15 from the Dandenong Stingrays. Please welcome Taylor Gardner. Here he is, good-looking young man. What's it like, mate, when you get your name read out at pick number 15? The phone starts flying. Brad Scott would have rung you. They all would have got a hold of you. I mean, it must have been one of the most exciting days of your life.
Oh, it was definitely a brilliant feeling. I couldn't ask for anything more, to be honest. I was straight in Melbourne as well, so it's good.
And the chairman got on the phone and rang you?
Yeah, he did. No, it was really good.
He did
he was one of the first blokes to call me, I think.
You liar. Now, don't lie. Dandenong Stingrays, Graham Yates is your coach there. He's an old teammate of mine, one of the great underage coaches going around. What's his advice been for you?
Oh, he's been most full-on probably coach there is, but no, he's been brilliant. With he probably got me drafted in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Taught me, a few things.
Where are you going to play for the Kangaroos? Because they're going along nicely, of course. Played finals footy. Where do you think you're going to slot into that side?
Yeah, it'd be hard to get a gig in that side, but hopefully up forward somewhere, kick a few goals.
That's it. Kick 3 in an under-18 game against Western Australia at Subi, so you know where the goals are.
Yeah, there's a bit of space out on that ground, so it was good.
And we did make a call today. They reckon you're a bit of a ladies' man. You fancy yourself?
That's not true at all.
That is exactly what it says here. You started a plumber apprenticeship and you still drive the ute around because you reckon that helps you. Is that right or not?
No, that is not true.
Jack Zeeble told me that's what you're doing, and I don't blame you. So good luck to you. We look forward to watching you. Is yours through unfold? Good boy. All right, this is a young man who hails from Echuca, Jim. I'm telling you, this is a boy by the name of Ollie Wines. He can pick number 7. He's going to Port Adelaide Footy Club. Good-looking young boy, strapping man, solid unit. Let me read you this out. I don't want to embarrass you all. Ken Hinkley, this is the sort of player that you build a footy club around. That's what he said.
Yep.
And Josh Carr, who's the assistant coach there, said, best inside midfielder we've had since 2004, Roll. So, mate, you've got some big bloody words to live up to.
Yeah, definitely big raps, but look, I'm taking it one step at a time at the moment and just enjoying the lifestyle of an AFL footballer and, really getting to know the boys and the club and really enjoying it so far.
And, of course, one of the most important things as you go through your underage footy is to have good mentors and good junior coaches.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get coached by Gary at under 16 Big Country.
No, don't say that.
Didn't come to a lot of trainings, but I come up and coach on game day, so that was a good experience.
Now, you're an inside midfielder. I have seen you play footy closely, and it's a very, very proud moment to see you. 100% of your possessions last week were contested, so you don't mind getting your head over the footy.
Yeah, not at all. I guess being a country footballer, that's how I've grown up, just playing senior footy at Echuca and just copying whatever comes. So that's just how I play my football and always will.
Bit of a buzz around the Port Adelaide Footy Club at the moment, I reckon. When your name got drafted, your mum and dad cried for a couple of days because you're leaving Echuca and Moama going over there, but I think it's worked out all right.
Yeah, definitely. It was hard at first, moving away from, as you would know, being a country boy, moving away from home and going interstate. Yeah, got in with it now, and yeah, look, it's really exciting around the club, and new fresh coach with Kenny, and he's brought a new honest approach, and he's really straight down the line, so couldn't ask for anything, and we're on the right track.
And you grew up with a young man by the name of Jack Viney, who lived in Echuca as well. Your best mates growing up from underage footy. You played against him when we played against South Australia. You tagged him. Round 1, Port Adelaide play Melbourne. What's the chances of you taking on Jack Viney?
Oh, look, we'll have to see. There's a lot of water going on the bridge since until then, so wait and see in the next couple of weeks how they unfold, and obviously that'd be a dream come true for both Jack and I, but probably my mum and Meg Viney as well. They'd love to sit next to each other and watch us go head to head. So
talk all through the match.
They would, yeah, definitely.
Hey, Port Adelaide have got a beauty here. Good luck. I'll look forward to watching you unfold. Well, the young man here, Jim. This boy called Jake Stringer. He comes from the Bendigo area. He went at pick number 5. The Western Bulldogs picked him up. Jakey, you also have had a big size about him too, Jimmy boy, and you've had to overcome some injuries as a young man. Broke your leg. You need to be super courageous to come back from broken legs. How's that at the moment?
Yeah, it was a bit tough early on, sort of coming back, you know, a lot of leg strength and all that type of stuff. Didn't carry on as much as you on the stretcher.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been good.
Well, yes, Samuel.
There we
go. All right.
Just going to say, Gaz, I hope he handles it better than you did.
Thank you for that. Now, listen, you did come back and you played, you made your NAB Cup debut. Now, I would argue that this is as good a first touch, I think we've got the vision here, as you've ever seen. What's this? This is your first touch in senior footy. Wait for it. Here he is. Number 9. Bang, tackle, ball, banana, goal. How did that feel, mate? Must have been great to get out there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rush, really. Can't really remember it. Remember that celebration, though. Gave it plenty.
Not long, yeah, you did. Not long after that, you rolled your ankle and sort of put you on your backside a bit. So how's that going?
Yeah, really good. Back running. Hopefully train next week and get raring to go for round 1.
And a Bendigo Pioneer lad, which means that you would have been able to get mum and dad probably. It's hard to get into the audience for the footy show. Did we squeeze mum and dad in?
Yeah, mum and dad are over there with my brother, girlfriend's family. Name them all.
The whole lot, haven't you?
Yeah, the whole lot.
The whole of Bendigo down.
Yeah.
Bendigo.
Very nice. And where do we expect for the Western Bulldogs fans, and I'm telling you, this boy can really play, where do you think you're going to play footy this year?
Probably through the half forward role.
Okay, well, you look after yourself, mate, and good luck. We're going to watch you with great interest. Jake Stringer and the Western Bulldogs. Okay, Jimmy.
Oh, look out.
Well, I love these boys, but we're excited. We're excited about this man. Jimmy Tompus from the Melbourne Football Club. Goes by the nickname the Tomp. Now, where'd you go, dear Tomp? Let me have it. Pick number 4, if you don't mind, and been described as the happiest footballer ever to play the game. Look at him. Look at the smile on him.
Tomp.
Come on, Tomp. Light it up, son. And now, Jimmy Tompus is a great Greek name, but can you give us the full name for the commentators? James Brayshaw, best commentator in the business. Give us the full rundown.
Dimitri Yorgo Tumpapopoulos.
I reckon I'll go with the Tump, Gaz.
No, once more, a little slower.
Dimitri.
Who?
Dimitri.
Yorgo
Tumpapoulos.
Dimitri Yorgo Tumpopoulos. There he is. I tell you what, we're excited.
Has he got a girlfriend, Gaz?
Have you
got a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think you have. Rula, Zula, Dula, Fula, and a guppy.
Now listen, pick number 4. They tell me that you're that excited up at the Gold Coast when the draft went on. You whacked the Melbourne jumper on, you wore it down the street to dinner. Is that right?
Yeah, that is true. that is true. I saw a big Jake Stringer with his Guernsey on getting his rig out, so I thought I'd follow the sign.
And you got down to Melbourne and... you know, that's true. Yeah, there's a few spare numbers kicking around. The number 3 was spare, the number 5 was spare. What have you gone with?
I got given the number 5, so they thought I couldn't live up to the number 3. So.
Hey, Gary. Yes. What I love about all of these boys, but especially the Toomp, is they bring a nice level of swagger to the table.
They do.
And if you have a look at the Harlem Shake from the Melbourne Footy Club, just have a look. Here it is. Have a look at who comes in on a stretcher halfway through. So here he comes. Just look at the left of your screen. There's the Toomp.
That's not the Toomp. That's not the Toomp. Is that you, Toomp? That's the Toomp. Go on with a bit of exaggerated eyebrow work, mate. You're not too bad in that department.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong.
Now, you are living with the Viney family. So there's Toddy, Meg, his beautiful wife. There is Jack, of course. There's Max, his son. Yourself. One other?
Jesse Hogan, yeah, the big fella.
The big recruit for Melbourne is there as well.
Yeah. So we got a fair bit of food going through the household, but Meg copes with it pretty well.
Oh, you got to get in quick when Toddy's at the table.
You're not wrong.
I'm telling you.
Meg puts him on a diet, so he only gets half a ration of food there. So
it's not working. Now listen, what about the Footy Club? They've been through some pretty tough times. So you got yourself and Jack, of course, down there as well. So what can we expect from a Melbourne point of view?
I'm not too sure. Definitely improvement. The boys are looking really good on the track, and we've showed some signs through the pracky matches that we're looking up. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of this year, and hopefully we keep building.
Well, I tell you, it is exciting for all football fans when young players are drafted to your Footy Club. These 5 are just indicative of the quality of player that comes through the AFL. We look forward to watching all of you boys play throughout the course of this season. Thanks for coming in tonight. There they are, 5 superstars.
Well done, guys. Always roll there, eh? Always. You'd think after doing TV for a while, Bill, you'd realise that the camera with the light on the top of it's the one you look at.
That's the one you look at, Kev.
No, that was me that buggered that up. Sorry about that. Now, we are going to take a break, but there is an enormous amount still to come on this footy show, so do not go anywhere. Still to come on the footy show, Vic Wilbur honours another past panellist with a baggy blue, and that's happening live. Sam gets De Preston.
Win the premiership flag.
But done told ya.
And will Gary agree with Sam's ladder predictions? Ha! But up next, Sam celebrates the great Lou Richards' 90th birthday.
I'm nearly your age.
How old are you?
I'm 67.
What am I?
You're 90.
Oh, she.
Crumbs! Welcome back to the Footy Show. Just a reminder, Jack Thompson and Angus Sampson from Blind are not far away from joining us here on the set. Now, it is great in this season, our 20th year of the Footy Show, to have Sportsbet on board as a major sponsor, and you need to listen to this. That's exactly right. Terrific partners of ours, and this season you can share in $1 million cash. So listen up, this is how you do it. 10 grand, this is cash, every round in Australia's richest free AFL footy tipping comp at sportsbet.com.au. That's 10 grand. Tip the most winners, you win 10 grand. That's every single round. Plus, 150 grand cash goes to the best end of season footy tipster. The cash has to be won, and it could well be you. But before you get too excited, you must join. It's free at sportsbet.com.au. $1 million cash over the course of this season. Get stuck into it, and thanks again to Sportsbet for joining us on the Footy Show.
Yes. We had Mr Navarra and Home Timber and Hardware, and we've got the best supporter in the business. Now, Jim alluded to it earlier. We are very fortunate to be in the position we are to work in this industry. Samuel's worked in it for longer than most, but the man that set this all up, of course, he's the biggest name in football still to this day. He is beloved across all of the networks, including Channel 7, where he started and called footy for such a long time, and then finished his television career at Channel 9, was just an icon of the place on the Sunday Footy Show. Bill and I are fortunate also to have worked with him. His name, of course, is Lou Richards. He's a great friend of ours, and we sent Sammy along to see him on the eve of his 90th birthday tomorrow.
You've finished, have you? You're ready. Thanks for the memory.
So 90, it's fantastic, and you look great.
Well, I'm 90. It's great. When I turn 90, the 15th of March.
15th of March. We're going to bring in a birthday cake, but the fire brigade wouldn't let us light all the candles.
You got that cake from somewhere. What are you saying?
Oh, that's true. I thought I might get away with it. You're looking very, very handsome.
Yeah. But when you're ugly, you got to look a little bit better, don't you?
You can't look any worse. Once you're ugly, you're just ugly. It's when you look good.
Good looking, he can get worse, can he?
Yeah, that's it.
You see him after 7 years, so geez, he's changed.
He's changed, hasn't he? But if you're just ugly to start with...
Yeah, he's still ugly.
All right, I'm coming. What is the greatest thing that you've seen in your 90 years? What's been the most memorable thing? Playing for Collingwood?
Playing football. Yeah, it mightn't sound much about many people, but it's a big deal in your life. And I was captain of the team, and not very often a bloke my size becomes captain of a side.
Lou, you are the captain of the most famous football side in the country. If you hadn't played football, Lou, what would you have wanted to do, or what would you have done, do you reckon?
A metallurgist, a scientist.
A nuclear physicist.
Jack Dye used to call him.
A nuclear...
physiotherapist.
And you had all those years on the world of sport? You're a pioneer, Lou. You started all this business that we're doing now, the footy shows and things.
Oh, I didn't start them all.
Well, you did. Don't be modest.
Well, actually, it was Jack, Bob and I.
Yeah? You remember doing league teams, the three of you, the three wise monkeys?
Yeah, Jack, Bob and Lou.
That's right. And you gave out those dreadful recipes.
Things like sheep's testicles.
No, yeah, or shepherd's pie.
Shepherd pie.
I don't think we ever had sheep's testicles, Lou. I don't think we would have had that.
No, just kidding.
What do you reckon? You want to ask me any questions?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Why am I so stupid, or...?
You're not stupid, you've been stupid.
Yeah.
You've been very stupid.
Well, don't.
Yeah, do it, can't you?
Don't overdo.
If you're going to be stupid to yourself, not to anyone else, because you can't hurt them.
That's correct. Never take yourself too seriously, which was one of your great traits.
Breath underwater.
You rode across the Barwon River in a bathtub?
You were there?
Yeah, I was. And had half a Geelong there watching you because you were a star. They're great memories, Lou.
Yeah, great memories.
You had a great wife?
I had a marvellous wife.
Yeah?
Edna Bowie was a great girl, and
yeah, she was...
stuck with me for many years. I think she... we were together for a long time.
Forever you were together, and you were a fantastic couple.
I was doing something stupid. She'd say, Lou. Just like that.
That's right, she'd say. That's right. I think you came to one of my functions and you stood up on a chair to make a speech and you said, Lou, sit down. And down you got, Lou. Just straight down. But we'll never be as good as you, Lou, and we'll never hold a candle to you because you're a star and you're a legend and you're 90 and it's fantastic and we congratulate you.
Thanks much. Appreciate that too.
Yeah, good on you.
And not many people say you're good in your life, do they?
Well, I'm saying you're good.
Well, I believe you.
What about we shake for your birthday? You star.
Okay.
And I love you.
Thank you very much, Sam. I appreciate it.
What's wrong with your hand?
You got calluses on your hands. I think that's
bullshit.
And thank you very much.
Richards and Sammy, well done to you because you have been a great friend and colleague of Lou's for a long, long time, and you stay in touch with him regularly, and that was a wonderful interview.
It was good fun. And if you want to read about Lou, Stephen Phillips brought this book out, Lou Richards. They revamped it. They're going to bring it another 10 years when he's 100. They're going to just redo it again. And our great friend, Eddie Maguire, great friend of the Footy Show, Eddie Maguire, he did the forward. He is a great friend of ours.
He is.
We might have done the wrong thing, Bob. But this is
Well, you did the wrong thing, Bob. You got that interview going. I said, don't go and interview.
So that's
you can buy this book, Lou, and all his anecdotes and all the silly things he's done, and Stephen Phillips put it together, and Eddie did the forward.
Well, he's a champ, and as I said earlier, Billy, you and I were very lucky because we spent many years with him on the Sunday Footy Show, and we were sort of sitting around trying to think what was the most memorable moment. And Troy Simmons, that used to be the ruckman for Melbourne, Fremantle and Richmond, was a snake handler, and he brought some snakes in one day on the panel, and we were all a little nervous about it, and he was sort of waving them around. And just watch Lou here and see how he handles it. He wanted it. He thought they were plastic, I reckon.
He thought they were plastic snakes.
He just started grabbing them, twirling them like a bristle. He started whacking it in Brian Taylor's face.
Look at Big Bryson.
He thought they were plastic or they were rubber. He thought they were rubber. He didn't know they were live.
He had it on Brian's face and he's jabbing it in. He just went through. We love him, Louis, and if you're not watching now, you'll be watching tomorrow, mate, and have a great 90th birthday tomorrow. Lou Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
Segment last week, guys, was the Baggy Blue, the Footy Show Baggy Blue.
How big was that?
Good feedback on that, let me tell you. I'm going to sell mine on eBay.
No, you're
no,
not.
I'm not. It's very, it means a lot to us. And last week we told you there's been 195 panellists over the 20 years.
Yep.
Well, tonight, the Footy Show can reveal who has done the most shows as a panellist.
Most capped.
Most capped, top 5.
Oh.
And blokes missing out are Dermot Brereton and Doug Hawkins here and Brendan Favola and Ox and Acker.
Yeah.
So we'll go for the 5th most capped panellist. Hard to say that. 5th most capped panellist, Jason Dunstall. He was our first one, of course, with 67 times on the panel. Number 4, James Hurd. Probably won't come on again, but that's all right. Number 3, most capped panellist, Gary Lyon. The 2nd most capped panellist in the Footy Show history, Shane Crawford. And
where do you reckon this is going?
Oh, yeah. I like this segment because the most capped panellist. Let's have a look at him. Big Billy. No. Well done, Bill. Yes.
Bill. Given that you sneered at me last week and said sucked in Jim, you don't get one.
You're not getting one. You couldn't get a baggy green. You're not getting a baggy blue, Jim. You know that.
You don't need to laugh at that. That was last week's joke. What about Ed? The founder of this show, the man who put the whole thing together, is he going to get one?
No, because the hosts don't get one.
You have to give him an honorary cap.
The panellists get them.
Like an honorary Oscar.
I would have thought he deserves one, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, we'll work something out with it.
Oh, will we?
Yes, we will.
Who are you presenting?
No, of course, BJ sitting here. This is his 7th show, and he is cap number 165. Well done, BJ. Good on you, champ. We're that. Danger, this is his 3rd show, cap 191. Well done, champ. Well done. And we do have a special guest here.
Yeah.
Who's come into the studio live.
Yeah. Retrospective.
That's the word, Gaz.
Yep.
Number 11. So very early in the show, first year.
He's right between you and I.
I was 10, you were 12.
Yeah, who was it?
A man who's played 322 games, 2 premierships, 2nd in the Brownlow.
What?
Justin Harry Madden. Where is he?
That's a big moment, this.
The honourable member for Essendon.
The big Harry.
There he is.
Sorry, guys, how are you? All right? Hey, Harry.
Thank you, Billy.
Well done,
Thank
mate.
you very much.
Cap number 11, that's fantastic.
I'm absolutely flattered. Thank you very much. Very appreciative of
I'll
that.
put that on.
I will.
Look
He's
good.
the honourable member for Essendon, Bill.
That's
Yes.
right. How does that look?
Shadow Minister for Small Business and Innovation.
That's right, and tourism and major events and all those sorts of things.
In the top 50 of sports personalities in Australia?
No, I didn't make that, Sam. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, nor did Gary.
Now, tell us about the first time on the panel. We've got some vision here. Were you nervous, Big Harry?
Well, I'm nervous tonight, but I was very nervous the first time on the show, and of course, I had a lot more hair then, and wasn't nearly as grey either. I was a bit slimmer as well, but very nerve-wracking. No, we were just wide-eyed footballers then, but this has become so professional, like
You are?
Oh.
Then
Haven't you
like
been watching
you
the show?
Well, I thought if I flattered you, I might get on more often, you see.
Hey, Harry, you kicked on, of course. You're now in politics, but you must have made some sort of impression in that first show. How many did you do after that?
I don't think I did that many after that. I'm not sure. But I do remember one that I did, I think, that I probably regret more than ever. And I probably highlighted to your producers, and I probably shouldn't have.
No.
Just recently.
Let's have a look at the vision. This is you as Madonna.
Yeah, that's right. Now, in the great tradition of cross-dressing footballers, you wrote me into the grand final extravaganza, and I don't think my children have seen that, but they will tonight.
While Billy's there, of course, you went into politics, of course, and you remain there in opposition. And the political climate at the moment is a volatile one, federally and also at state level. Hard to get in and hard to stay there. And no great surprise that the man standing next to you was approached by Geoffrey Kennett, who was a former Premier of Victoria, and approached Bill Brownless.
I recall that.
Absolute true story. To stand for a seat down in Geelong.
Why didn't I get in?
Well, I tell you why you didn't get in, because you got door-stopped on the way out of your meeting with Jeff Kennett, and just watch how smooth Bill Brownless handled his first political press conference.
What are the big issues in North Geelong? Literacy with school children, drug abuse? What are the big issues in North Geelong?
Yeah, all those. But as you know, look, I haven't got a great feel of it, and that's what I've got to look at. So.
There's one thing you'd know, Billy. What's your position on the independence of the Auditor General?
Yeah, David. He does a very good job. Now, so look, honestly, it was just a bit of a chat at coffee. Nothing great deal said up there, and we'll go from there.
What about the separation of powers? Do you endorse that at all, or?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
What did you learn off that?
That was fantastic. I'll tell you, if you'd have stuck with it, you'd be Premier last week, I reckon.
What is the separation of powers?
That's exactly right. Well, look, I won't go into that.
Hey, Harry, we can't let you go without throwing the curly one at you. News this afternoon, or rumours anyway, that there was going to be a spill at federal level, and the Prime Minister was...
Julia got tapped on the shoulder?
Yeah, tapped on the shoulder. Is there any truth in any of this?
Well, look, I know as much as you guys, but I tell you what, nothing surprises me. You know, a week's a long time in football, but it's the same in politics as well. We saw that last week, and anything can happen. Anything's around the corner, and you know more than I do.
You're still into the football. It's still exciting times at Carlton.
It is. Yeah, I follow very closely. Great to see the new captain and of course the new coach. So anything's possible at Carlton this year, and there's big expectations from the Carlton supporters, and hopefully we'll see them deliver.
Wow. Hey, well done, Bill. Thank you. He's been good enough to come in. That's absolutely fantastic. Another baggy blue. Now. Last week, Sam did his ladder, of course, and the boys are looking sensational in there. So, Gary, we've got some more teams for you to place on your ladder, so we can reference it during the year. How are we looking here?
I think that's my favourite all-time vision of Bill interviewing.
Brilliant. Essendon, let's get that started. The Bombers. Oh, that's low for the Bombers. Adelaide.
Danger.
The Danger. Not as high as some thought. Prelim final last year. St Kilda.
Well, Bill, I had him in the 8, then BJ got him in. So,
all right, Fremantle.
All right, Fremantle.
Oh, that is high. Oh. And Collingwood.
Oh, Collingwood.
The plot thickens. Oh, the Cats. Oh,
remarkably similar.
The Cats, yes, do the Cats, yes.
Remarkably similar to my level.
Right, here we are. There we go with the mighty Cats. All right, Bill.
Speaking of Collingwood, just before the Cats there, Travis Cloke got fined during the week. We read that, heard that, $1,000 for parking in the CEO's car spot. Well, let me tell you, some of the other players from other clubs weren't taking it so seriously. Have a look at this. Campbell Brown up in the Gold Coast here. What's all the fuss about? Any park will do. And now, if we zoom in,
That's
reserved for the Sun CEO. He's just got out there. Good work, Brown Dog. Now, I want to have a look at Matty Stokes here. This is a beauty. Get Stoked. He's got a little package he puts together.
Cats TV.
Yes, Cats TV. Car park reserved for Brian Cook. Stokesy. Good work, Stoker. Look at him. Oh, he's a funny little fella. He's got the pillow there so he can see over the dashboard. And this is when Dean Barley was coaching Melbourne, and he parked in Cameron's swap spot.
What?
Yeah, have a look. What happened?
That's it, Bill.
Nice, crispy.
Nice little
Bill.
sharp one to finish.
I'll
Very
get
nicely
stuck,
done.
so I got told to do it.
We're going to take a break.
No, I need to see it again. As we go to the break, Bill Brownless, why the hell is he not a politician?
You shouldn't get door
One of
stopped.
the big issues in North Geelong, literacy with school children, drug abuse, what are the big issues in North Geelong?
Yeah, all those. But as you know, I haven't got a great feel of it, and that's what I've got to look at. So.
The one thing you'd know, Billy, what's your position on the independence of the Auditor General?
Yeah, Toby? He does a very good job. Now, so look, honestly, it was just a bit of a chat at coffee. Nothing great deal said up there, and we'll go from there.
What about the separation of powers? Do you endorse that at all, or...?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Footy Show, and of course we want to welcome our James Bogues Team of the Week here in the audience tonight. Wonderful to have them in and again at this year Bogues Draft and donating $1,000 to each of our panellists' original club. Paddy, where does your $1,000 go, your original footy club?
The Anglesea Footy Club.
Oh, that'll be appreciated down in Anglesea. Thanks to James Bogues. Appreciate
West End Junior Footy Club.
West End.
Traralgon District Junior Footy League.
Very nice. Thanks to James Bogues. Very nicely done.
Yeah, well done. OK, we've seen some great Australian cinema in recent times, and this is a movie about Australian rules football. Now, there haven't been too many of these done. This one's just been released. It's called Blinder. It's a cracker. We're going to meet a couple of the big stars from it in just a second. But if you haven't seen it, take a look at the trailer.
You want to remember this moment? Yes. You want to be able to tell your kids what you did out there today? What price are you prepared to pay to write yourself into the history of this great club? Can you do it? Yes. Give me everything!
That's it. And here to discuss this ripper Australian movie is one of the greats of Australian cinema and one of the real up-and-coming young actors. Please welcome Jack Thompson and Angus Sampson.
Hello, Jack. Very nice to see you. Thank you for coming in, Jack.
Thank you, mate.
Great to have you on board. Well done.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks,
Very
mate.
nice to see you, mate.
Acting royalty.
Angus, good to see you.
Hey.
Good on you, mate.
Angus.
Hey, guys. How are you, mate? Great. Well, I tell you what, we are, Sam, in the company of Australian acting royalty, Angus. We're going to get to you in just a sec, but this is a man who...
He's the heir apparent.
He
mate.
is exactly
Yeah,
right.
he is.
Over 100 films Jack Thompson has appeared in. And this is one of them, but Breaker Morant, Chandler, Jimmy Blacksmith, Sunday,
Mate,
Too Far Away, all the
boot, sorry.
all the
Sorry,
films that
no,
we know.
sorry.
Get him
Bit
here.
cheeky. A bit cheeky actors, I like that.
How did you go with a movie about Australian rules football?
I loved it because, of course, I'd done it before. When
with
they
the
asked
club.
me to be the coach in this, I thought, you've got to be kidding. That happened 32 years ago.
Yeah.
So I had to go out and train, didn't I? Yeah.
You devotee of the game, Jack?
Oh, I love the game.
Do you?
Yeah, well, you know, I played a couple of games at school. I'm from New South Wales,
Yeah,
where
I
I
know
played when
that,
I was
yep.
in primary school. It used to be called Aussie Rules.
That's it.
And then later, when I got tied up into the club,
Yep.
and you know, Sam Kekovich came up and started to teach us what it was all about. And then I ended up with Tom Hafey training me. I've never been so fit in my life. I thought, I can't get that fit again.
No.
It's 30 years down the track. But we had a shot at it. But who's that bloke? Yeah, Ingham. You look at yourself when you're that age and you think, he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, that's right. And Graham Kennedy. the
Hey,
great,
Graham
was,
Kennedy.
Just an underling to your good
Yeah,
self in that
fantastic.
movie. Yeah.
He's great in that. Wonderful.
the culture of football clubs that appeals to you, Jack? I mean, you
I
would have
loved
immersed
it. I
yourself in all
loved it.
that.
I
A
became
few
very
beers after
involved
the
in it.
game.
After I did the club,
Yep.
my wife wouldn't let me watch it on television because being the coach, I couldn't watch the match. But oh, bullshit! Come on, look, what's he doing? Get him over there! All that stuff. But I love the game. What I thought was fantastic about Blinder is that it's about the roots of the game. It's about the community. It's about country football. It's about where footballers who play in teams like Collingwood and the top teams, this is where they come from. This is where they're recruited. This is the breeding ground. And it's what football is about. It's about the community. And people are involved in it and love it because of the community and its place in the community. So all this stuff about whether there's scandals here, and there's a scandal in the film, it's a small community scandal. But all the stuff in the papers now about, this is happening, that's happening, and inquiries and one thing and another, the fact remains that it's about football, and when you go along and watch the game and you know where it comes from, it comes out of the community. As a kid growing up, you want to play football. You're not concerned about the scandal. You're concerned about football and your loyalty to that community and that team. And that's what this picture's about.
Well said. Beautifully said. And Angus, I know that there's lots of actual football vision in this movie.
Is there?
And that was tricky to shoot because AFL footy is obviously an expansive ground and lots of people around. And also, a lot of the actors, as I understand it, needed some help to understand exactly what they were doing. How'd you go?
Well, clearly I modelled my preparation on Jack's moustache from the club.
Good.
Look, I think Glenn, I was working in Adelaide at the time, and they sent Glenn Archer, who's one of the producers of the film, a remarkable man, is someone who I'd admired on and off the field. I thought, oh, fantastic, I'm going to get to spend some time with him, one-on-one, I'll train with him. Instead, he sent a gentleman by the name of Michael Tout, who I think I have a man crush on now. But, Touty played for Fitzroy, and look at that kick. I mean, that... I mean, you can't learn that in acting school.
How was the community, Torquay there? We see all the crowd there. The community was great. The town of Torquay got
They were fantastic.
Oh, hang on.
That's not the town of Torquay.
Yeah.
No, that was.
You want to go back to that shot, you're going to point out which one's used.
No, well, luckily it was in widescreen. But yeah, look, the guys at Torquay were fantastic.
Yeah.
The whole town were, really supportive of the film. During filming, I think we gave away a lot of free things. How long did it take to shoot? I think it was a 9-week shoot. They did shoot some of it in Boston. I didn't get to go, so I didn't really care about that part of the film. No, it's a wonderful story, I guess, of mateship. That's the thing that attracted me. I played a bit of rugby growing up in northern New South Wales, and the element for me, it's not Jerilderie or where you're yeah, kind of has that very congenial element to it where anything really goes, but I guess what ends up happening with this film and off the pitch is we have to be accountable at some stage. So the writer Michelle Davis Gray was very much interested in telling the story from a female perspective of what happens to the ladies in this instance anyway with the I guess what would you call an incident. The inciting incident.
Well, Jack, I want to ask you this because, as I said, 105, I think, feature films and one of the all-time greats of Australian acting, but so many people remember you for not necessarily your acting, but a spread you did in Cleo a long time ago, and we can see here Jack just working beautifully back in the day.
Look, take a quick look. You missed 6 fingers. There you go.
Well, Jack, what we want you to know is that you inspired a generation who came beyond you, including our own man Gary Lyon, because a little later on, Gary decided to go a similar way.
Mate.
Hey, worked for you.
Worked for me, mate.
Hey, we're going to help everyone in the audience here.
Well,
guys.
Glenn Archer, that Angus has alluded to, of course, is one of our all-time favourites, one of the champions, shinboner of the century. He got involved in this movie, of course. Now, an executive producer, I think, of a major movie. And where is he? He's in the audience somewhere. Where are you, Arch? There he is. Well, there you are. Well done, mate. The experience must have been something that you've obviously not done anything like it before, but this is a big undertaking. You've done very well and you've got a big announcement to make tonight.
Yeah, Gaz, it's been an amazing experience. As you know, I worked with you in front of the camera for 12 months.
You're a star there too.
You said that I was shit out. So I went behind the camera. It's been a great experience. It's been a great move. We've had some really good feedback, and thanks to the Footy Show for your support. As usual, it's been magnificent, and thanks to the crowd. So we've brought along 350, I think, are in the crowd. So admit to blinder tickets. So one for all the people in the crowd. So go along and watch it.
We love Australian cinema anyway.
Any romance, Jackie boy?
Oh, yeah, too right.
You didn't see the shower scene?
Hey, you didn't see the shower scene? No, that's not the romance. It's not the sum of us.
There's another great film that Jack's appeared in. It is great to see you, Jack, and it's great to see you supporting Australian cinema. And Angus, as I said, a star on the rise. Good luck.
Great to see me as well.
Exactly right. Angus Sampson and Jack Thompson, 2 stars of Blinder. We're going to take a break on the Footy Show. Back with more after this.
Last week, I tipped Carlton to finish top of the AFL ladder. Mind you, I was on heavy medication. Are Carlton that good, I hear you say? Thank you, Your Grace. We're in Preston to find out. Who do you think will finish top of the AFL ladder?
I don't know. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, darling. Happy New Year. It's March, though. Well, happy Christmas, anyhow.
I'll be on TV, am I?
Well, this is it here. This is where filming people like your good self asking their opinions.
I'm pretty hot today. How about you?
It's on Thursday. You can say hello to yourself. What's your name?
Tuesday.
Yep, Thursday, there you are.
See, I've just moved back from Adelaide.
Adelaide?
Yeah, I've only been back a month. How's
it going over there?
Yeah, not bad. Bikie wars as usual.
And what are you doing today? Just
going for a
40-degree heat.
Yep.
Hey?
Going for a ride.
Yeah.
You want to come on the back?
No.
All right, my name is Bataki with Sam Newman right here. Blah, blah, blah.
Gandhi he created Pakistan.
Who is Gandhi? Oh, Gandhi.
Who's Gandhi?
Gandhi.
Let me tell you, don't know. Stepping out the scene with the hectic wild loaf.
Who do you marry? Well, I'm a cat fan.
Oh, shit, I would never guess it, would I?
Collingwood men have that certain, Collingwood supporters, that certain look about them, that intense look, that laissez-faire look, sir, that, you know, we can take anyone to the cleaners look, sir. You look like you're that very person.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Sam.
That's a pleasure, sir.
It's a compliment.
Now, that's paper, of course. Congealed paper.
Is it? Shit.
What about them, sir?
Essendon and rubbish.
But I don't really follow Essendon that well because they're not doing very well.
Well, what's going on with them? They've been, the old man standing a bit close. He must have heard about me. What tune would you play for Essendon? This is a tune to rid them of evil spirits. Give us just a bit of a... Here we go. This is an evil spirit remover. What sport do you know more about than footy?
Probably cricket and soccer.
Yeah. And soccer?
Being a wog. Soccer mainly.
Being a wog, sir?
Yeah.
Well, you can say that?
I can say that, I'm a wog.
No, that's right, I can't say that you're a wog. Did you go to the grand final last year?
No, mate, I saw it on TV.
I went to it.
Oh, I couldn't afford it.
No, I got a free ticket,
Oh,
sir.
there you go, because you got Channel 9, that's...
Yeah, that's right. Nine managed to get me one out in the outer. I sat out in the outer.
Yep.
A lot of the folk I sat next to thought Deliverance was a documentary.
So who were you supporting for Melbourne Storm?
Deliverance was a documentary. What?
Most people around here don't understand me. Win the flag every time you see. Geelong number one, yes. You done know.
Yeah, I've got a 17-year-old daughter.
Have you?
Yeah, her name's Jaylene.
J. Dean.
Yeah.
J. Dean.
Yeah.
J-A-Y-D.
No, Jaedene.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty hard to spell. I had a stab at it. J. I've never heard of that. That's it.
I made it up.
In regards to the doping scandals and stuff.
Yeah. We were using poetic license.
If you want to fix a match, we will catch you.
I'm not a drug user myself, but I was smoking at the time when I saw that. It cracked me up, man.
Well, well done, sir.
Thank you,
Well, and you... Thank you, Newman.
Good luck to Carlton, but Collingwood's got it.
Righto. Do you concur?
Yeah, about that.
Is that all right?
It's enormous, sir. It's fantastic.
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
Yes, thank you very much to the people of Preston. And good luck to not only the Blues, but the Brisbane Lions, the Big NAB Cup Grand Final tomorrow night. Now, speaking of teams, Sam, you put your ladder together last week. Gary has nearly completed his, so I think, Gaz, you got 4 or 5 teams still to go.
Tigers?
Tigers, yep. Let's start with Richmond. Outside the 8. What about the Hawks?
Hawks.
Now, get this one right, Gary. The Kangaroos, please.
8.
What? There it is. That's very nice. Right, Carlton. Wow. Sydney Swans.
Sydney. Oh, West Coast.
And the West Coast Eagles on top. Oh,
there I go.
Wow. Hey, might just get quickly the boys' thoughts. So there are the two ladders. You can see for yourself
What
there.
have I got wrong, Danger?
BJ and Danger, what do you reckon of his ladders?
Oh, I think the Crows should probably be a little bit high.
Most worried about this one, Jimmy boy. I did pick this a while ago, and the form's been very good.
BJ?
Yeah, Eagles are, I think, a shoe in for top 4. Just 13, 14 home games and hard to beat. So they only
So you're deliberately being stupid with Carlton, are you?
No.
You're not?
Well, in the end, they probably deserve to be higher, but
Well,
anyway.
put them high, man.
No, I'm not. I'm going to stick with my convictions. And if they make the 8, good on them. And if the Tigers do, but as you said, Sam, it's a very even competition.
All right, we're going to take our final break on the Footy Show. Back to wrap up after this.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. Just before we wrap it up, I'll get used to this.
That's it.
Over here.
Punch it out.
Members have been great so far, but essendonfc.com.au or go to 13 Go Bombers. We need all the support we can. So, Paddy.
Yes, Crows, we smashed through 44,000 members last week, so we'd love to get to 50. afc.com.au for details.
Spill.
Spearmint Rhino.
Hey,
Go Cats, there it is.
There it is. Well done. Good luck on the weekend. Well, we've got a tip quickly. The NAB Cup Grand Final. Who's
Actually, I think Brisbane. I can't see enough goals coming from Carlton.
Carlton.
Carlton for you, Billy.
The Blues for me.
Samuel.
Could I just say...
quickly.
What?
Yeah, quickly.
I suggested Gandhi founded Pakistan. That, of course, was incorrect. He stayed with India and some other bozo invented Pakistan.
Carlton or Brisbane?
Carlton.
And John.
I'd love to see the Lions.
I'd like to see the Lions win as well. Thanks to the panel, thanks to Paddy, and also to BJ. Happy birthday to Lou Richards tomorrow. We'll see you next Thursday night at 8:30. Good night.